Centralia Coach's Corner, a service of Blue Valley Technologies, Wanklin Oil, and First Heritage Bank.
Double the joy! Double the joy! Double the joy!
Ho, ho, ho! We're doubling the joy this holiday season at Blue Valley Technologies. Refer a friend, and you get $40, and they get $40. Refer as many friends and family members as you can before the end of the year, and the credits will show up on your Blue Valley bill. Visit bluevalley.net/double the joy today.
Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Everyone has something that they do best. Banks are no exception. Ours is investing back into the local communities that we serve. We make loans to local families and businesses. These loans generate the dollars which empower our local community. Invest in our community by banking with us. We're an equal housing lender. First Heritage Bank in Centralia, Corning, Seneca, and Vermilion. Member FDIC. Online at 1hbank.com.
You've reached Billy Bob's Propane. Nobody can take your call now, but somebody will get back to you sometime.
Yeah, this is Frank Jones, and I'm switching propane companies. Why? Wanklin Oil has more to offer, and to be honest, better prices. They also gave me options to fit my budget, and in case you don't remember, I called last week because I was nearly out of propane. You never called me back. I'm now out of propane.
Switching propane dealers is no big deal. Call Wanklin Oil at 1-800-794-2019. Wanklin Oil, we've had the energy since 1926.
Joined today by head coach of the Centralia Panthers, first-year head girls basketball coach Dusty Thompson. Dusty, how's it feel to lace those shoes up and get back on the court?
It's been pretty good. Raj and I have worked together for the last 4 or 5 years, and I always coach the offense. He always coached the defense, and so really we just switched jobs. So as far as the head job goes, there hasn't been a lot of change in what we're doing. So it's been nice from that standpoint, of walking in as the new guy. We just got done with football and stuff, and walking in, and there wasn't a ton of change in what we're doing every day. So that sure makes it easier to get started.
And how important is it for the kids and from, kind of your philosophy standpoint to make that a seamless transition for them?
Well, I think it's important to them from the standpoint that, there's not a lot of change going on. I mean, I coach things a little different than Raj does, and he does things his way. But, as far as in terms of what we're doing, the concepts and stuff, of the majority of them have all stayed the same. So, the girls have jumped right in. We've already picked up some stuff that we started with last year, and we're moving right along with it this year. So hopefully we'll get to where we need to be a little faster than we did last year, but we'll see what happens.
Kind of hit the ground running there, and we were talking a little bit before with you guys having a little late state or a little playoff run there for football. How does that affect your coaching and your preparation here early on in the season?
Well, I think it affects it most from we've got there's not a lot of days of we can just work on this fundamental stuff. We've got to get into an offense. We've got to get into a defense. We've got to get some set plays. We got all this stuff to do. That's the girls yesterday were looking at me while we're doing some things and acting like it's a lot. And, I got to remind them that, we got a game Friday. We got to get this in today. We'll review it again tomorrow. We'll review it again Thursday, but we've got to start getting some of this stuff in, or we're going to be very, very basic the first game of the season. So, they've been good with it. They've been good at taking it in stride, and, they've got questions. I told them the big thing is if you've got questions, ask, because I'd rather explain it before we get started than have to stop in the middle of it and explain it again. So, But we're doing a pretty good job. I mean, like I said, they've picked up on some things. Our biggest thing right now is we lost two seniors that were great leaders last year. So now we're doing offensive stuff, we're doing defensive stuff, and we've got a whole group of girls that are trying to figure out what their role is too. So it's added a little different dimension to what we're looking at so far.
And you kind of hinted at there a little bit. You lost two seniors off a 24-1 team, I believe was your record last year. How big of shoes will there be to fill to get back to where you were?
Obviously there's some big shoes to fill. I was telling somebody the other day that, we lose points on the offensive end, we lose rebounds, but what we lost most was I really felt like we had one senior, Avery Dieters, that was when we needed a basket or we needed something to be calmed down on the offensive end, we had that leader at the offensive end. And then you flip it around and you can take Abby Flinney and she can guard any one of the 5 players on the other end. Really we lost a leader at both ends of the floor in both girls. And I think that's our biggest thing right now that we have got to find. I told the girls before the season started that your role last year is probably not going to be anywhere close to what your role is this year. And you just got to jump in that with both feet and accept it and move on and pick up with it. And we've got to go. So that's where we're going with losing those 2 seniors right now.
Well, and talking to Roger during football season 2 and then talking to you right now, you hit the ground running. It's next man up. It's, fill those roles, and same expectations are going to stay there. So, Dusty, I think that's all I got for you today. I appreciate your time this week. Best of luck here first couple weeks of the season, and we'll talk to you here later.
Sounds good, Max. Appreciate it.
Centralia Coach's Corner, a service of Blue Valley Technologies, Wanklin Oil, and First Heritage Bank.